There ain't no party like a Mario Party. And finally, after 7 years of the Nintendo Switch and 2 previous entries that were good, not great, but for different reasons, Nintendo has finally found a way to prove it on the hybrid platform thanks to the arrival of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Sure enough, this latest installment doesn't outright evolve the way Mario Party is played, or the fun but frustrating randomness of obtaining game-winning stars too much, but it equally doesn't break the classic rule set either. Rather, Super Mario Party Jamboree is a more refined and, dare I say, slightly braver take on Mario Party that offers up a great selection of boards new and old, a boatload of fun mini-games, and plenty of small but appreciated twists that makes every move around the board a good way to make or break your relationship with fellow players.
Congratulations!
A huge shake-up this time around relates to the presentation. And true, nobody ever comes to a Mario Party hoping for a deep or enthralling narrative, but Super Mario Party Jamboree purposefully goes out of its way to give the Mushroom Kingdom's inhabitants context for dueling it out with dice. It does so by making almost every mode of play a different resort your party of characters can visit via hot air balloon from the central party plaza hub, at which point you can elect to jump into traditional Mario Party, minigame Bay's self-explanatory contents, as well as a series of Mario Party riffs and motion-based spin-off endeavours. Because yes, unlike 2021's Mario Party Superstars before it, motion controls are indeed back for Jamboree, with mostly exquisite results. The main way they're obviously utilised is within any one of the 7 Mario Party boards themselves, allowing each individual player to land on their dice roll number by literally punching the block in the air using a Joy-Con controller. It's a small touch, but one that a lot of players such as myself missed the last time around, as it really helps sell me on the fantasy of having at least some degree of control over my character's fate. Super Mario Party Jamboree shares a lot more in common with 2018's simply titled Super Mario Party in this sense, fully leaning into the Nintendo Switch console's unique strengths and prioritising new content and features over the nostalgia-driven return trip seen with Superstars. Realistically though, Super Mario Party Jamboree finds a good middle ground between the two, most evidently seen from how 5 of the 7 boards are totally fresh for this game, while 2 make their return from the Nintendo 64 days. The basic goal of gaining the most stars on a board to become the winner remains, of course, but there being 5 new boards, all with drastically different layouts, themes, and ways events can go awry, helps always keep things interesting. My favourite of the new bunch is unequivocally Rainbow Galleria, made in the style of a shopping mall, complete with a surprise flash sale at least once per game, where every item's store contents become cheap for a predefined number of turns. Roll'em Raceway, meanwhile, offers a handful of methods to boost the number of moves you can make in a single turn, while Mega Wiggler's Tree Party sees the titular caterpillar move to literally shift the makeup of the board around. Admittedly, returning boards, Mario's Rainbow Castle and Western Land, struggle to match the creativity and invention on display from the 5 new boards, but they're charming enough in their own way and still benefit from the new Jambur Buddy system that applies to all of them. Unlike Super Mario Party's character-specific dice that upped your chances of landing on a certain number, Jambur Buddies grant individual players the chance to enjoy much greater effects should they land on them whenever they appear. Luigi, for instance, will increase your chances to hit large numbers on the dice, whereas Wario gives you 3 to 8 coins at the start of every round automatically. The catch is, landing on a Jambur Buddy isn't enough to have them come with you, as you'll need to beat each one's specific set of mini-games too. I can see a lot of people hating the Jambur Buddy system for all the ways it adds even more randomized annoyance to an already chaotic format. However, for me personally, it's a great method in which to inject modern Mario Party with another engaging wrinkle. And besides, having to beat each Jambur Buddy's set of mini-games to enjoy their benefits ensures that the player who comes out on top has had to endure a test of skill rather than luck, keeping everything fair for the most part. If you want to almost eliminate the randomized elements of Mario Party completely and play a more traditional game on any of the boards, new Pro rules scale these aspects back, namely by revealing which bonus stars will be gifted at the game's end ahead of time rather than keeping them a mystery. Super Mario Party Jamboree quite literally goes for broke by way of its minigame selection too. Featuring 112 in total, this is easily the most the series has ever featured in a single game, but with that comes the inherent risk of providing quantity over quality. That's why I'm pleased to report that, for the most part, Jamboree's minigame collection is as fun to play as it is eclectic, whether it involves trying to dodge around a giant incoming log in Lumber Tumble rumble, lifting up my Joy-Con faster than opponents in fast fishing, or bashing nails into a board perfectly in Hammer It Home. Most are absolute winners, with the rare exception of most 3 versus 1 minigames always tending to favour one team over another in terms of how likely one is to win. Free-for-all minigames are well balanced perfectly fine, but others less so when the scales are suddenly tipped. The final way Super Mario Party Jamboree packs a punch is in the avalanche of other modes available to play in the Party Plaza. Bowser Kaboom Squad is perhaps the biggest shake-up to the usual format, largely because it emphasises co-op by having up to 8 players team up against an oversized Bowser. What's called Koopathlon has its merits too, removing the importance of stars by challenging a whopping 20 players to win the most mini-games Battle Royale style. If you can't wrestle more than 4 friends over a single Switch, you can rest easy knowing that both modes support GPU characters as well as online play. For what it's worth, I don't see either mode replacing standard Mario Party for me, but it's good to have more unique ways to play with others alongside the motion-specific game modes such as Rhythm Kitchen and Paratrooper Flight School that Nintendo has also included. What could have been an overstuffing of gameplay styles old and new has quite literally turned out to be a jamboree of a good time for Mario's most chaotic franchise. A few unbalanced minigames and over-talkative tutorials aside, Super Mario Party Jamboree strikes a good balance between giving players options with how they'd like to play, while also providing a good sprinkling of board game twists, most obviously through the new brilliant Jambur Buddy system. Do you plan on picking this one up on Switch? Be sure to let us know in the comment section below, and consider subscribing to the Mirror Gaming YouTube channel to stay up to date with even more videos like this. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.